how are you able to overcome some of these challenges? So we can jump back to Hajia Hadiza.
Different things. When a challenge presents itself, sometimes it's not expected. And we're talking today about, preparing yourself for these challenges. So sometimes you are prepared, sometimes you're not. And sometimes even in the face of the best preparations, because, you're just thrown off course, and your first instinct is a human instinct. So it's an emotional one. Mm-hmm. It is only, after that, you bring other things to bear. The fact that, so I'm a Muslim, and the fact that, Allah has made a promise that he's going to test us in several ways. And, so whatever comes, it's not, for us, it may be out of the blue, but this is, Allah's general, specific design and plan for each and every one of us. So how do you overcome it? Yeah. You find, first of all, I think that faith is important. Then a support system also helps you to overcome these challenges. If you have, people that are there that allow you to become vulnerable when you need to, because when things like this, happen, then you are truly vulnerable, and you need people there that would still anchor you, in the reality. So this has happened, but it's also to remember when you now allow that thinking part of your brain to kick in, to know that, okay, so this has happened now. This is not is not going to last forever, although at the time it may seem that it will never pass. But if you look back on life, you realize that this too shall pass. And then the ability to also reflect and think, okay, so what is it within my control now? This challenge has happened to me. I have lost a child, I have lost a job, my children are orphans now. What are the things that I can control within that situation? And then, try and work towards controlling them, and leave what it is that I cannot control. I can't change the fact that this thing has happened. I can't change the fact that it has happened, now. But what are the things that I can do? What are the things that I can look at? The lessons I can see to help me to bounce back, even better than before this situation happened. So faith, I think, is very important in terms of, there's everything we need to go through. It is right there with us as Muslims. We have that, but in the middle of it, you might not come to that realization. So as I said, having support, having somebody to remind you. I remember, after my son passed, this was, before Fajr prayer, and I was speaking with one of my sisters, and, she said to me, Auntie Hadiza, it's, time for Fajr. Have you said your Fajr, prayer? And, perhaps she was afraid that I was too caught up in the moment to forget to say the Fajr prayer. And I said to her, it's not yet Fajr here, and that, I am, I haven't forgotten that it is the same one who has taken this child away from me now. It is the same one that I need, to go back to in that, to worship in that salah. And because I wasn't even in the state of salah, I was still in a state of dua. So that faith is what helps to ground you. Those family members, those trusted friends, that support system. And then for you to start instituting certain habits that you would continue to do, that would help you, come out of where you're at. In all this, look at, what do I have to be grateful for? So when he passed, it was a difficult time, but I had to look at the fact that if he had grown older, he might have been, a challenged child. He might have been, physically and mentally challenged. So for me, that was a point to be grateful for, that, you know, now, inshallah, he's at peace. And that also helped me, you know, to be able to go through that particular period. Losing my job, how did I, you know, rise up to deal with that challenge? The fact that, okay, so I still had the skills that I had, I could still acquire more skills, and that this job that I had been doing for so long, you know, was something that I had to do out of, you know, a duty to do it. But I had been praying that, you know, Allah, I want you, you know, to guide me to do something that I love. And then if I get paid doing that, then that's a bonus. So for me, that was also an opportunity. Okay, so now, you know, the coast is clear per se. What is it now? What is your choice to do in terms of what it is that you love to do? And then, you know, to earn from that. So even though it's a cliche that, you know, the silver lining in the cloud, there is something there, you know, that you'll be able to take away to help you to be able to meet up, you know, with that challenge.
Thank you very much.